Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is day 3 of 6. If you haven't seen the first part of this 2-part 6-day trip, go back and look at the first part. And we're here now in Monroe, Louisiana. I am working with the flying partner that I've worked with before. Very, very smooth, cordial. Everything is copacetic with us. Today, we do pre-departure beverages, and I was working first class, and we're doing boarding process. I'm saying, how you doing? Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. So a guy in 2A, he snaps at me. He goes, and of course, I look, my face said it all, like, what? Why you snapping at me? He was like, he wanted a drink. And I told him 1 minute. My thing is this. Here's the thing. Don't do that. That's just not courteous to snap at anybody, no matter who you are, or even at any restaurant, to snap your fingers at somebody so you can get their attention and tell them that you want something. Pre-departure is something that I do, while boarding is happening. When there's a break in boarding, I go to a row. Hey, what would you like to drink? Blah, blah, blah. Boom. I do 1 row at a time. And on the 700, we have 3 rows, so that doesn't take forever, because I don't have any paper. Usually if I have paper to write down the drinks, I'll take them all at one time, and I'll do it that way. But you normally don't have any paper because everything went paperless, so we don't get a departure paper anymore, nothing like that. And I usually do it between boarding. So I got them, got everybody their drinks in timely fashion, like I always do, because that doesn't take me no time to do. Plus, the only time I don't do pre-departure is if we're delayed. On a delayed flight, 9 times out of 10, they're boarding as quick as possible. And now with that last passenger, the gate agent is literally right behind that last passenger. So there's no break in boarding. So that's the only time I don't do pre-departures, if we're already behind and delayed. Meaning like the flight was supposed to leave out already. Not like we're just running behind on boarding, but just because we're delayed. So yeah, don't do that. Don't snap at anybody, please. Don't do that. Other than that, we have an early report tomorrow. I have a 522 van, and then I get another flying partner because tomorrow's her go home day. Is, like I said, I mixed this trip up with another trip. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. My new flying partner. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Today is day 4 of 6, 2-leg day. So it's a super easy day. I'm done before 12 o'clock. It's from Monroe to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Columbus, and then I'm done. Simple, easy day. Today is one of those days where I'm finishing editing a vlog that's supposed to be out tomorrow, basically, and hopefully the hotel Wi-Fi isn't as spotty, and that way I can upload it. But I have, again, all day, because as soon as I get to the room, that is probably one of the first things I'm going to do. Maybe go work out first and then come do it, and I still have all day, so hopefully that works out for me. And other than that, I don't see any change. There's no weather, there's nothing like that. So today's a super easy day. As I said, this 2-3 day trip back to back wasn't hard. I'm not gonna do myself like that to give myself a harder time working this long consecutively back to back without ever having gone home. But I'm finna get ready to go downstairs. I'll see you guys once I get to Columbus. Hello everybody, I've made it here to Columbus. There's my view of where I'm at, the pool. And 2 flights today. My flight here to Columbus, it was eventful. We had an aisle chair. And this is my personal opinion, and I want everybody to understand this is how I think. This is my personal opinion, and only my personal opinion. So we had an aisle chair. The guy, he was basically mobile. He was by himself. He wasn't traveling with anyone. And he had peed on, I'm assuming he had peed on himself because we smelt it. Like, we smelt him. I couldn't tell if it was our lav needed changing or was that him. And it smelled like either A, he could have been dehydrated because he didn't want to drink anything because he knew he couldn't get himself up to go to the restroom, or it had been sitting on him for a very, very, very long time. And it was a lot to deal with on that flight, as far as, even though that was a short flight, and I'm glad it was a short flight, 25-minute flight. How I feel personally is, I feel like I would never do my family like that, no matter who it is, my uncle, my aunt, cousins, whatever. If I know that they can't do for themselves, I would not let them travel by themselves. This is the second time that has happened. I had another lady who, it was either last year or 2 years ago, she was traveling by herself, and she went to use the restroom, and we had to help her get to the restroom, but she couldn't wipe herself and needed help wiping herself. And in that situation, luckily for us, someone else overheard her, and that was their job anyway. They took care of older people and people who couldn't, do for themselves, and she helped out. But at the end of the day, if she wasn't there, me and my flying partner, we're both men. There's no way I'm comfortable with trying to wipe somebody else. Even if it was my own mom, I'd be like, Mama, I know you can't do it, but I'm very, very uncomfortable wiping you. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like I would never do that, and I don't know why people do that, send people, and put it on the airlines to actually have to take care of your family member, even though it's not our job to do some of the things that they need help with. Like, can we help them to the bathroom? Sure. Can we, put their seatbelt on? Sure. But all the other things, when it comes to bodily fluids and things, But, other than that, after he got off, I wiped down the seat with Lysol wipes that we have. So, and I, let the other crew know what was going on or whatever. Even though it took 40 minutes for them to get him off the plane when we got here. But other than that, I'm finna get ready and plan this trip that I have coming up this week after this trip, and work out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello everybody, today is day 6 of 6. Due to the Jacksonville turn, I really didn't want to do this turn because I had already went home. I did put it out there to see if somebody wanted to do a jetway trade, not yesterday, day before yesterday. Nobody picked it up, nobody bid. So now I'm going to Jacksonville, and I'm glad because I'm off for 8 days after this, and I'm ready to be done with this trip. So I'm praying nothing goes wrong. It's go home day. And I leave tonight to go out of the country. So I got a lot to do when I come back, get a haircut. That's why my hair probably looked the way that it is. I didn't put any grease in it. I just washed it this morning. So when I go, I can just go get a haircut. But other than that, I'll see you guys once I get back to the car to close out the video. Everybody, I've made it back to my car. The turn was super easy, very uneventful. Finna get ready to go get a haircut and go back home and get ready to get on this flight to Seoul, Korea. And was gonna go to Taiwan, but the flights didn't look too well for us getting on, so I didn't want to take the risk of going all the way to Seattle tomorrow morning, spend the night, and then not getting on the flight and missing the opportunity to go somewhere. So I just made an executive decision to take the late flight tonight out of Atlanta to Seoul and spend a few days over there in Seoul with my kids. And I'm off for what, 6-7 days. So, but I'm glad I got to go home the night prior. That means that I got to pack my clothes, so I don't have to go home and rush tonight to try to pack and I'll miss something. I can just go back and recheck, so I'm happy for that. So, but as always, hug on the ones that you love. Tell the ones that you love them. I'm out.